Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we have been joined by our students. Along with the SAP students, we are also having some of the international students from all other universities of Grenoble. Some of the students are of medicine. Some of the students have been joined with us of biotech, of engineering. They are studying in UGA, GEM, and various institutes and universities. And they have been invited by our own SAP students because they have made a great network here. You will be glad to know that, sir. Right, sir. So we are starting with your blessings. Shall we start with the conference?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Ad altiora tendo. It means to strive towards greater things in Latin. A very warm, graceful, and visionary afternoon to one and all across continents, across screens, and in this room full of intellectual radiance. It is my profound honor and privilege to welcome you all to the grand inaugural session of the International Conference on Engineering Technology, Emerging Technology Trends in Engineering and Management, ICETTEM 2025, hosted by Amity University in collaboration with Université of Grenoble Alpes, France. Today, we're not only gathering for a conference, we are assembling to celebrate intellect, share innovations, and shape the future. And at this very outset, let us invoke the divine presence through our collective purpose and positive energy that unites us. It is with immense respect and heartfelt pride that we bow in honor of the visionary architect of modern education, our beloved founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, a leader whose dreams of making India a knowledge superpower continues to inspire generations globally. This conference would not have been possible without the vision and guidance of Honorable Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh Sir, Group Vice Chancellor of Amity Universities, an eminent academician and a stalwart of internationalization and innovation in education. With deep appreciation, we welcome the directors, deans, faculty members, researchers, industry leaders, global delegates, our esteemed alumni, and every stakeholder who has made this day possible. We are gathered today at the scenic, scholarly venue of the University of Grenoble Alpes, nestled in the heart of France. In this hybrid confluence of East and West, academia and history, tradition and technology, we are truly witnessing a bridge between knowledge and innovation. Let us now begin with our distinguished academic leader, Honorable Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh Sir, Group Vice Chancellor of Amity Universities. A visionary in global education with over 2 decades of leadership, he has represented India at platforms like the World Economic Forum, BRICS, and the United Nations. As a GVC, he has mentored thousands into becoming global professionals. He has been instrumental in establishing various Amity campuses abroad, including London, USA, Singapore, Mauritius, Australia, and Tashkent. Respected worldwide for his strategic insight and academic diplomacy, he's truly the bridge between Amity's tradition and its global future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh Sir to deliver the welcome address.
Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
Thank you very much, and what a pleasure to welcome all of you on behalf of our founder, Dr. Chauhan, on behalf of our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, on my own behalf as a Group Vice Chancellor. And we have got a lot of Vice Chancellors from across Amity Group and very senior people, deans, Dr. Astha Gupta, who is your leader there. A very warm welcome to all of you in this 5th conference, which we are organizing in France. The University of Grenoble is very close to our heart, and we have taken various bold initiatives with this university, which includes sending our students on study abroad program, signing articulation agreements, doing joint research, and looking forward to strengthen our consulting and training also for all times to come with this university. For all researchers and students from MIT and from across the globe who are there, my message is that when you are traveling abroad, you not only sit in the classroom, you not only do curriculum, you not only learn language, but you also learn so many things in your life which will keep on guiding you throughout your career, wherever you will go. Last week, I was in New York, and I was invited by two companies, Navitas and also Cherry and Bloom, which are one of two major companies who are interviewing our students. I was sitting in the board and watching that what they are going to ask the students. So one of the company, which was French dominated, started asking a question in French language. And the student who was on the other side, right, he said that, yes, I know French, and if you allow, I can speak in French. The conversation lasted for about 7 minutes. And I could see on the face of the interviewers a smile, confidence, and the kind of respect they have for the person who was giving an interview. Out of the 93 candidates who were giving those interviews, the person who was speaking very fluently in French was the one who was finally shortlisted for a very good position. So sometimes you don't realize when you travel that what languages, what culture, and their knowledge can take you there. Whenever you will travel later on in your life, you will do your businesses, you will do negotiations, French language, and the culture which you are learning presently there is going to help you out. I was also told that there are large number of students and research scholars who are presenting their papers. My appreciation for all of them. I have gone through some of the papers which were given to me today. Very nicely written. My compliments to all of you. I want to acknowledge the presence of some of our very good friends, which includes Bhupinder Chahalji, who's representing Yorkville University, Canada. Bhupinder ji, your Vice Chancellor, is a very good friend, Dr. Julia and Dr. Ashley. Both of them, they have come to MIT, and we feel so glad that you are coming there and you are joining. Give a huge applause to Dr. Chahal. Please convey my regards to Dr. Julia, who joined us also in the research conference, which we had in New York. Equally very happy to welcome Mr. Rajesh, who's a director of Digital Power and joining us online. Mr. Rajesh, we have a lot of respect for the industry. And I think that if India is doing well, if MIT is doing well abroad, it is because of the professionals like you who, in search of excellence, went abroad and create not only a mark for yourself, but have also made the country proud. Please keep on coming. And I was told that your company is offering a lot of internships and projects to the students. Thank you so very much. Please keep on coming. And whenever you are traveling to UK or to US or to Singapore or to India, yeah, please do come and visit us. But thank you from the bottom of our heart for helping and supporting us. Give a huge applause to him, please. Equally, very honored to have a presence of Dr. Rizvi, who's a founding partner at Geoanalysis Engineering, KL, Germany. Dr. Rizvi, I was going through your biodata, and the work which you have done across the globe is really noteworthy. Very honored to have you in this conference. I was given to understand that few students have done some research and have written a case also on your company. Please keep on coming to MIT and guiding our young students. Please also welcome Dr. Abida, who is the head of the MSc program at EC Engineering College, Paris, France. Give a huge applause to him. I remember that 9 years back when we were launching the program, study abroad program in France. I personally came along with the senior leadership team. We went from one institution to another institution and also spoke to N+I institution, which is a consortium of about 47 engineering universities and colleges worldwide. And one of the institutions with whom we had very close relationship was ECE Engineering School Paris. Please convey our best wishes to your president, whom we know. But we look forward to further strengthen our linkages with you. We look forward to have many projects with you. And we are really thankful and grateful that you are helping our students to learn the dynamics practically in France. We are equally happy to welcome Mr. Mahesh Kumar Goyal, lead data scientist of Google, and Ms. Harishma Gautam, senior finance transformation leader and expert of AI in fintech, who is joining us from USA online. I think that a lot of students of ours, they are working in these companies, and we have tremendous respect for Google and for the industry, who is not only supporting the initiatives which will help students to understand and bring industry and academia closer, but also at the same time, will keep on guiding them for all times to come. I can see Ms. Trishti Bajpai and Harishi Bose, both from the leading companies and also alumni of Amity. I think that if Amity is doing well internationally, if we have been able to do something on which the entire world feels proud, it is because of our very distinguished alumni, which is present in all parts of the world. In the last 1.5 years, we have done 11 alumni meets across the globe, which includes alumni get-together in Australia, alumni get-together. I'm just coming from UK, where I met a lot of alumni. Before that, I was in New York, where large number of our alumni, they were together with us. And each one had a story. And I think that invariably, everyone said that along with our normal curriculum, one thing which has brought us to this level is the kind of international exposure we have got from the institution. So please keep on coming. We feel so proud on each one of you. I can also see Professor Haru, who is helping us tremendously to organize this program, and Dr. Asta, who is so ably leading this program. I think there's not a day when she is not sending us the photographs of the students. And what an exciting journey all of you have been able to do. I was looking at the kind of projects you are doing, your industry visits, and the master of ceremony. When you started speaking in French, I was so happy that someone from India going to France within no time has been able to understand, and your accent such perfectly you were speaking French. So our compliments to all of you for going and exploring the world. Give a huge applause to all the students who have been able to do this. Very happy for you. Also, I have been given to understand that you have brought many of your friends with whom you are interacting. Please enjoy yourself. Life is all about sharing and caring. Life is all about sharing your experiences. Life is all about understanding the culture. And life is all about integrating your knowledge and making it more meaningful to the industry. And that is something which is in the DNA of Amity. We do a lot of research, but at the same time, we want that the research should be more meaningful to the industry. I've been told that Springer is publishing partner of all the proceedings, which is credible, that within no time, the conference, which started in a very humble way with very few students, today is one of the prestigious conferences. We have ambitious plans from Amity Group to not only send students on study abroad program, but also to invite French universities to open up their campuses in India. Under the new education policy, we have seen very lately 2 universities from Australia coming up and opening up their university here. We saw 2 weeks back Illinois coming up and announcing that they are going to establish their university in India. Similarly, we saw 2 UK universities coming and establishing their campus in India. We look forward to a French university, perhaps maybe Grenoble or any other university will welcome them. If they want to establish, MIT will be more than happy to assist, to guide, to offer infrastructure. If French university is coming up and they want to have their operations started in India. We will keep on supporting the students who want to learn French, who want to learn French language, who want to understand French technology, who want to understand that how French and India can come together, but extremely happy and extremely grateful to the entire faculty of Grenoble University, to all the researchers who are sitting there, and for all the organizers for making this international conference very successful. Our best wishes and thank you very much.
So we have also been joined by the Director QF UGA, Professor Dr. Catherine Karras, ma'am.
Professor Catherine, very warm welcome to you. I have very good memories of visiting your university and meeting all of you. We look forward to welcome you in India and returning your hospitality. But I can tell you that these students, these 20 of them, they are some of the best students we have sent on study abroad program. They are our ambassadors and they talk very high about you and the warm welcome they have got from your side. Thank you very much for making them so special.
Thank you. Also, sir, can we please welcome Professor Dr. Eve Terrence. She is Administrative Director, QF UGA Grenoble.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh sir, for your visionary address and your continued commitment to building global academic bridges. Now, we would like to extend a warm welcome to our professors and our host university of SAP France. Our 2 professors that have taken care of us the most so far have been Mr. Adrien Cornier, and Xavier Espinosa. Would you like to say a few words on this great occasion?
Should I stay here?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to thank the Amity program for joining us every year at the QF in Grenoble. We are having a wonderful time teaching. As always, we have in front of us bright students that are very interested not only in learning the language, but also in discovering the French culture. And as you previously said, building bridges between our 2 cultures. And it is with great pleasure that this year at every time we welcome them in our class. And it will be with great pleasure that we will do so for the years to come. We want to thank especially Ashtar here, Professor Ashtar, who is always welcome here and was very helpful. And also, we're looking forward the next programs. And thank you to the Amity program for trusting us and sending you your brightest. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your very kind words. We have been happy to be your students. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us move towards a series of distinguished speakers, luminaries from academia and industry. Who have graciously joined us to share their thoughts and expertise. Each of them represents the cutting edge of innovation and leadership in their respective domains. First, with great admiration, that we welcome a global leader in digital transformation and sustainable energy solutions. With over 2 decades of rich international experience, Mr. Radhaku Reddy has led multi-million euro business portfolios, driven innovation across continents, and empowered global teams to deliver high-impact digital power and energy automation solutions. As the Director of Digital Power at Schneider Electric Europe and Singapore, he plays a pivotal role in shaping the digital infrastructure that powers our world's most critical services. Please join me in giving him a warm welcome to an exceptional professional, a true global change maker, Mr. Rajesh Radhaku Reddy. Can you give a round of applause?
Thank you all. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, we are able to hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, thanks. So good morning and good afternoon to the Honorable Group Vice Chancellor of MET Universities, Dr. Gurinder Singh, and also the management and faculty of University of Grenoble, distinguished speakers, esteemed panelists, respected faculty members, and the students, the future leaders of business. It is with both privilege and an honor to stand by you all and address at this important conference. The theme, Emerging Technological Trends, I added further for a sustainable business, is not only timely, but also profoundly significant for the future of business and the well-being of our planet. We stand at a pivotal moment where innovation must be guided by purpose and progress must be aligned with responsibility. The vision is to build a world that is not only prosperous, but also equitable, inclusive, and resilient. The history has been evident. Whenever we took off on a disruptive and transformative ride, technology has always stood as a key enabler, playing a vital role in shaping the sustainable future. So to take it forward, what are the newest technological emerging trends? Coming from industrial background, I would like to share upon a bit, which are the ones helping to revolutionize the business sustainably as of today's modern era. They include cutting edge technologies and advancements in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, renewable energy, cybersecurity, etc., and etc. The key focus on these innovations are designed to foster the digitally connected systems. Those are efficient, circular, and environmentally harmonious, paving the way for a new era of responsible growth. Let me start with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence today is poised to enable the world to be smarter, greener, and faster. The humankind has been enabling artificial intelligence now. We are seeing the importance of it to bring more efficiency and faster deliverables with limited resources. You might have seen many of the news and the developments happening around in artificial intelligence, with a lot of companies investing and spending more in terms of research, etc., because of its inherent benefits that it is bringing it to the global development around the technological enhancements. Machine learning, on the other hand, is sitting at the heart of artificial intelligence, which is already delivering measurable and sustainable gains across the industries. If you are looking at predictive and preventive maintenance, machine learning is already making a resonant impact in terms of reducing the issues with respect to the products and the solutions. Those are in the operations, by increasing the longevity and also reducing the OPEX and CAPEX cost around. AI in the manufacturing industry is helping to reduce the production cost and also reduce the energy consumption. If you look at the data centers, which are also evolving on the backbone of creating the cloud management, the AI is helping in terms of lowering the cooling costs by dynamically adjusting systems based on real-time conditions. If you look into the retail industry, AI is helping in terms of reducing the food waste through smart inventory and demand forecasting. In logistics, in the similar way, giving the right guidance of the least cost delivery routes, thereby cutting the fuel usage and the reducing emissions. So we can go on and go on in terms of the advantage that it can reap up to. But what I would like to say as the bottom line on the AI is not just a tool for efficiency, it is already becoming a catalyst for sustainable transformation. On the other pivotal energy trends, if you look at renewable energy now, again, as the conventional fossil fuels is helping along with energy storage to power a sustainable future for the mankind. Renewable energy is no longer a futuristic idea, it is a present day reality. With the technological remarkable advancements in photovoltaic cell efficiency, solar and wind power have become cost competitive versus the fossil fuels. They are cleaner, greener, and increasingly more and more affordable and scalable. The real game changer is the next generation energy storage. With the innovations around solid state batteries and the flow batteries, which is enabling us to store the energy, is addressing the inherent problem of renewable sources because of their intermittent in nature. So now you can have a reliable 24/7 power supply, whether it is sunny, it's not sunny, or it's not sunny, it is raining, it doesn't matter. Now businesses have an opportunity to take control of their energy by adapting microgrids and also partnering with energy as a service providers. Companies can power their operations sustainably, reduce energy costs, and enhance resilience against grid disruptions. So the green energy is making a resonant impact and helping to provide clean and green energy, which is more towards the sustainable, creating a sustainable planet for all of us. Another dimension which is taking up a very strong momentum is circular economy technologies, turning waste into wealth. The circular economy is reshaping how we design, produce, and consume, moving away from the traditional approach of take, make, dispose model towards regenerative by design. At the heart of this shift, with the help of innovative technologies, we are able to enable the products and material to be reused, repurposed, or recycled. Technologies such as 3D printing, which is allowing for on-demand waste-free manufacturing, bio-waste materials offering sustainable alternatives to plastics, chemical recycling, which breaks down complex waste into reusable raw materials. These are all innovations are already making an impact. Some of you might have already seen in the news in the recent times, some of the shoemakers are making the sneakers coming from recycled ocean plastic, transforming environmental waste into high-value eco-conscious products. This is not only reducing environmental impact, but also lowers the production cost and ensures alignment with evolving regulatory expectations. In essence, circulatory economy technologies are not just good for the planet, they are yielding to be a very smart business. Another dimension, if you look at recently, you might be hearing a lot about the green hydrogen and carbon capture, because we are aiming to create a decarbonizing momentum for the hardest sectors. As we push toward net zero goals, green hydrogen and carbon capture technologies are emerging as a critical tools for industries that traditionally are hard to abate, such as shipping, aviation, and heavy manufacturing. Green hydrogen produced using renewable energy offers clean alternative to fossil fuels in industrial processes. Carbon capture and storage technologies, they're allowing the companies to capture CO2 emissions at the source, store them, or repurpose them, effectively neutralizing their environmental impact. These solutions are not just about compliance, but they're also about competitive edge in a low carbon economy. If you look at agricultural and biotechnology, which are taking a very leading pie in the overall business segment and industrial segment, that is also reshaping, aiming at feeding the future responsibly. Biotechnology is transforming the way we grow, produce, and consume food, offering powerful solutions to reduce agriculture's environmental footprint. Innovations such as lab-grown meat, which eliminates the need for traditional livestock farming and drastically cuts methane emissions. precision fermentation, enabling the creation of proteins and dairy alternatives with minimal land and water use. You might have already seen vertical farming across many economies, which is helping to grow crops throughout the year in a controlled environment. These technologies are not just futuristic, they are already reshaping global food systems. For businesses investing in agri-tech presents a unique opportunity to meet rising consumer demand, address food security challenges, and align with sustainability goals. By embracing biotech, companies can help build a food system that is resilient, efficient, and environmentally responsible. In these growing emerging trends, last but not the least, in terms of my top 6, cybersecurity. If you see the mankind is now connected digitally, globally, across the world. It is making more and more inevitable to create a safeguarding or secured, sustainable future for the mankind. As the digitization and sustainable technologies progress, cybersecurity becomes a critical pillar of resilience. From smart grids and IoT-enabled factories to cloud-based supply chain, the digital backbone of sustainability is increasingly vulnerable to cyber threats. Artificial intelligence-driven cybersecurity solutions are playing a pivotal role in building resilient and trustworthy ecosystems, ensuring that sustainable technologies remain secure, reliable, and future-ready. The list can go on and on, but in this path, one thing is very clear. The ride is not going to be without obstacles. This is where you students, innovators, and future leaders come in. As business students, you are uniquely positioned to bring technology and impact. You can innovate, develop differentiated solutions for the betterment of the world. You can advocate as you move forward into the leadership, push the policies that can support in creating a sustainable world through sustainable technological developments. Lead in terms of building or joining the companies that prioritize sustainability and resilience. Collaborate with partners, engineers, data scientists, and policymakers to bring solutions to the market faster and efficient. At MIT University, I'm seeing you guys as not just students, you are the architects and the future leaders of a sustainable economy. The world needs businesses that do not just adapt, but to lead. The sustainable newest technologies are the emerging technologies, the theme around this conference, such as artificial intelligence, renewables, cybersecurity, analytics, and beyond, are going to be your toolkit, your edge, and your chance to build a legacy of impact. Before I conclude, I would say with one liner saying that let's not wait for the future. Let's create it together, sustainably and boldly. Thank you once again for this great opportunity to the university faculty and the management from both MIT and University of Grenoble. Thank you.
Right around the corner, and the future is in our hands. Now, with great pomp, we'd like to welcome to the stage a leading academic voice in marketing, innovation, and digital transformation, Professor Norshain Ben-Dahman Mouali, a professor of marketing at the ESCE International Business School, Omnis Education in France, member of the laboratory NUMEC, University of Caen. Professor Norshain Ben-Dahman Mouali has built a remarkable career dedicated to advancing marketing thought from experiential retail to AI, metaverse marketing, and consumer behavior. Her work has been published in some of the most respected international journals, and her contributions to marketing, education, research have shaped generations of scholars and professionals across Europe and North Africa. She is also an accomplished research supervisor, international conference organizer, and recognized thought leader in digital marketing and sustainability. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation. Thanks for this opportunity. I really want to thank also my colleague, Dr. Ashta, and all the members of Amita University and Grenoble University. Donc, en français aussi, je voulais dire bonjour à toutes et à tous et merci de l'invitation et de cette belle organisation. You will share the presentation?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
It's okay.
I can share it if you prefer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you can share.
Yeah, okay. Tell me if it's okay for you.
Yes, it is okay.
Thank you very much. So I will start today my presentation. It's about unsustainable new age technologies aligned to the business 5.0. And I think this is very interesting as a topic today with what happened for our students and our colleagues. So today we will explore how forward-thinking companies are integrating sustainability into their technology innovation while aligning with Business 5.0 principles. So we'll specifically focus on how marketing departments can harness this innovation to drive sustainable growth and to create a meaningful consumer connection. So what makes this topic particularly exciting and interesting for all the colleagues present today and all the students? It's the implicit conversion we're having between sustainability imperatives, cutting-edge technology, and human-centric business models. This conversion isn't just creating new products and services, but it's reshaping entire markets and redefining what customer and the consumer expects from our business and from our brands today. So can you please move on the slide, next slide? So how I said, it's very important to take care of the sustainability, on the technology and human-centric business models. So I will really try to understand before enter the subject. We will try to dive on the marketing strategy. It's very important to understand what is the Business 5.0 actually represents, and it marks a significant evolution from the business and the industry 4.0, which focused primarily on automation, digitalization, and interconnectivity, how we said in the last presentation. And the Business 5.0, it takes this technological foundation and adds a crucial human elements. It's defined, in my opinion, and in the literature with 4 principles. So first of all, as I said, we have the human centricity. It's very important. We have to care about the human needs, the experiences, the well-being. It's very important in general. After that, we have sustainability. It's very important too, and we try to ensuring business activities to contribute positively to environmental health and resource conservation. In the third place, we have to care about the resilience building system that we can adapt to disruption while maintaining functionality. And at the list and the fourth position, We can talk about the technological innovation with the purpose, and we will try to develop technology that address meaningful human and planetary challenges rather than innovation, just innovation. So it's very important to carry about the sustainability imperative. So let's address a question. So why should marketing professionals care about sustainability in technological offering? And I think, in my opinion, the answer is simple, because consumers increasingly demand it. So it's very important to take care about this question and this issue in general. So something like recent marketing research tell us that we have 76% of consumers now expect company to take meaningful action on climate change, and we have other study can address issues that we have 73 of millennials, the new generation, they are willing to pay more for sustainable product, and this is very interesting for researcher and for the company in general. So beyond consumer preference, we are seeing intensifying regulatory pressure worldwide. And in the European, for example, Green Deal, it's very important to care and to deal with the carbon disclosure in general in very different markets. And we have to consider also the convergence of consumer demand and the regulatory pressure that has elevated sustainability from a nice to have like a CSR initiative in general in their business strategy. So the triple bottom line approach accounting for people. So we have the people, the planet, and the profit. They are new businesses standard. And it's very important to try to consider the sustainability today like a competitive advantage and like a differentiation for the marketing in general. So when we have to consider key sustainable technology reshaping markets, we have to consider the 4 points. So we have renewable energy integration, we have circular economy technologies, AI, it's very important for sustainability, and we have to consider like bio-inspired technology. So I will give more detail from all of these points. So for the first one, we have microgrids and smart energy management. We can consider like energy as a service business model, and we can consider marketing opportunity as we have to take care about the energy independence as a brand value. So for the second point, when we are going to talk about circular economy technologies, it's very important to carry and to consider digital material passport and blockchain traceability. We have to carry on the waste to resource innovation and the marketing opportunity, like, for example, the full life cycle storytelling. In the third point, it's very important to consider AI in the sustainability, and here we can consider predictive maintenance, reducing resource waste. We have to carry about the supply chain optimization and carbon footprint reduction. And here the marketing opportunity, it's really to have like transparent and data-driven sustainability claims. And for the fourth point, we can consider the bio-inspired technology, and in detail, we can here carry about the biomimicry in product design, the biodegradable materials innovation, and here the opportunity is really to carry about the nature connection narratives. What about the marketing strategy for this technology? So we have to consider purpose-driven brand positioning, transparency marketing, community-centric engagement, and last and not least, value-based messaging. So here I will give some detail of these 4 points. So first of all, it's very important to aligning technology offering with a meaningful societal impact. We have to create emotional connection through sustainability narratives. And we can here, I have example with Patagonia. I don't know if you know this company, but it's very famous for the sustainability strategy in general and campaign. in the second point, when we are going to talk about transparency marketing, it's very important like to carry about leveraging blockchain and the IoT for verifiable sustainability claims. We have to consider real-time impact dashboard and consumer engagement. And here we have a lot of example of marketing, and we can consider platform for transparent supply chain in general. And as a third example, we can consider the co-creation with the stakeholder. It's very important. We have digital communities and around sustainability and technology adoption. And here I can give you two examples. So we have Tesla community approach, and we can consider the second example is the company. It's a French company, Sekil Platron. And this company, it's very interesting with the co-creation with the stakeholder, like the consumer, like the producer and the retailers. And fourth, here strategy and the very interesting point is to consider the moving beyond feature-focused communication, and we have to highlight long-term value and total cost of ownership, and we have to address the sustainability premium perception. So it's very interesting here. And here we have to consider like the beyond traditional metrics like carbon reduction per customer acquisition. We have to consider circular economy contribution metrics and social impact indicators. And we have others indicators like the integrated reporting frameworks with the Global Reporting Initiative. We can consider the Sustainability Accounting Standard Board, and we can consider like metrics like considering the consumer issues with sustainable product adoption rates and customer advocacy for sustainable practice. For this, we have 3 steps, and we can consider foundation building like sustainability audit and technology assessment. We can have like stakeholder mapping and engagement planning. We can consider marketing capability development. For the second step, we can have marketing activation. So it's very important here to try to carry with sustainable value proposition refinement. We can carry on channel partner alignment, and we can also think about financial campaign launch with sustainability metrics. What about the third step? It's about scaling and integration, and here it's very important to consider cross-industry collaboration, to carry on ecosystem development, and to try in every step to have a continuous improvement and base it on impact metrics. What about the challenges and the opportunities like this field? So the challenges, it's to care about the greenwashing accusation. We try to how to manage with technology adoption barriers, and we have to also consider short-term cost. And the opportunities, it's very important here to have first mover advantage in emerging sustainable markets, to have a brand differentiation through authentic sustainability, and to access to sustainability focused funding and partnership. So to conclude, what I can say, so sustainable technologies are very important, and they are going to transforming today our market expectation. We can talk about business 5.0, like they are provides the framework for human-centric sustainable growth. So for me, human, it's very important, and we have to consider the human-centric approach in general in marketing and for all the business. Marketing plays a crucial role in accelerating adoption and creating new value paradigms, and the future belongs to organizations that authentically integrate sustainability into their technological innovation. So thank you for attention, and I finish it with my presentation today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Repeat. Oh. You're a mess. Nous remercions professeur Norchel Ben-Dahman Mouali pour son intervention extrêmement enrichissante. Merci d'avoir accepté notre invitation.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for you. Merci de l'invitation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind words and your enriching speech. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Zargham Rizvi, a pioneering engineer, scientist, and entrepreneur at the forefront of geotechnical engineering, AI, and sustainable infrastructure. As a founding partner at Geoanalysis Engineering in Germany, Dr. Rizvi leads groundbreaking work in AI-powered diagnostics and climate-resilient infrastructure. A recipient of the prestigious Marie Sklodowska-Curie and DFG grants, his innovations span 3D printed materials, deep learning for geohazard detection, and advanced modeling techniques. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rizvi to the forefront.
Good morning, and thank you for me having here. Sorry, I'm in Canada, so time difference is a little bit. I didn't know that I had to do this from Canada, so European times are good. So yeah, today we are here to talk about emerging technologies and especially artificial intelligence and integration in energy market, power transmission, storage, distribution, generation. Everything is getting affected by this new emerging technology, which not only acts as a tool, but also sometimes as an agent. That's what you also as a management students need to understand, that it's not just a tool. It learns itself. It can make its own decisions, and sometimes the decisions are good, sometimes not. So some idea about how this whole thing works is also very important when you're using it into your strategy building or marketing, or applying it as also as a tool for your applications. My personal experience in many different places where we used it is that it works okay in the beginning, and with the time, these AI models, they just take over the human thinking and capabilities. So they become smart, and then after more training and more data you keep on feeding them, they start behaving erratic. So at that point of time, you have to understand, like, what is the point when the model is not behaving that good, or it's just going out of control, which requires also some kind of understanding of this new tool. As far as the marketing is concerned, yes, every product has some kind of some shade of AI implemented in it. So it is there. People want it because at the end, it just reduces the whole operational cost. It optimizes the system. It optimizes the marketing also, because somehow we used it in some project. I will just talk about these case studies. Like one I will show you in which we are using it, and it significantly brought the cost down, which was very high in the beginning. So my company is involved directly in building these transmission lines. Like we are now in Germany, we're pushing very strongly for green energy. So we build a lot of solar fields and wind turbine things in the North Sea and the East Sea. Then the next issue was how to bring this energy from North Sea to the south of Germany, where all the industries are located. So they decided to build transmission lines. Now, transmission lines, you can put it also in the air, the high tension ones, but they look ugly. I mean, there are so many of them, and they are also vulnerable to weather changes, storms, and people just don't like to put these big towers in their field. So there was a lot of issues. So finally decided to go underground. Underground, everything is hidden in the ground, doesn't change the landscape, it looks nice. But then comes the other issues related to environment also, because there are a lot of animals, those who live in the ground, the rodents and the snakes and hamsters, and they all get affected by these things because they generate a lot of heat in the ground, and these animals, they don't like this heat, so their whole reproduction cycle is changing. So it was a challenge for the marketing and the team to go front and then talk to the stakeholders and public hearing, where you have to propose this idea that for the long term, these type of systems are better for the economy and for the environment both. And to come with a faster solution, we had to use a lot of artificial intelligence to make decisions, to reduce the modeling effort, to build up such models which can give real-time solutions, and to enhance our capacity to understand the whole system, to make these digital twins, and then to change on the fly. If some farmer is not allowing to move the cable in his field, then you have to divert the path, and we cannot wait so long. So all these things had to be solved through AI, which we developed in my company and with the scientists and people. And then the farmers also had issues with the let's say the prognosis what these models are giving, and they were also not very sure if this technology, because these are unproven things, never used before. So they wanted to be sure about that these AI predictions are good, because their whole livelihood will depend upon it if the power cable is going under their field. And what happens, like we have also seen in the past, that these cables, they heat up the ground, and then the crops, they go like they get ready before the time. So which means like the harvesting season, suppose, is in March, but let's say the crop above the cable will be ready 20 days before. So they don't know what to do now, such kind of scenarios, and they wanted to avoid it. So we had a lot of public hearing, and the marketing team was also there to convince them. And then also the stakeholders, the public hearing, where the people are there, and they want to know why they should pay 3 times more for an energy transportation system, which is not that much proven in the past. So that is something where the marketing has to come up and say that this is sustainable, this will help the environment, and we are paying now, but it will hold for a longer period of time, and this is the initial technology development, and later this will yield better fruits. Like all this kind of convincing has to be done by the marketing, because of course when the project cost increases, then the stakeholders, they don't like it. That's the truth. Whatever environmental things you have in it, but everything just comes down to money at the end. So if you say $10 million and then move to $30 million, they don't like it, you know. So it's also a lot of convincing, and that people need to know what the technology is, how it works, and to understand the AI, because there are a lot of questions coming from the people. How can you be sure about a black box model? You give some input, it gives you some output. It can give any output. It depends on your training data set. All these like technical questions, they come. What type of models you use, how much energy those models consume, where you're going to get those, like this will keep on running for a long period of time. So all these questions requires some understanding about this AI thing. So how it works, what it does, and then the application also, like how you can improve yourself from using all such artificial intelligence-based technologies. That's also important. So that's one project where we are using this. The other project in Canada where we are working on with integration of AI in energy generation is with the small and modular reactors, the SMRs. And the biggest time for commissioning a nuclear reactor is to find out the right location to place this reactor. There are a lot of challenges related to seismicity, because you don't want to put it directly above the fault line. So we are trying to find out solutions, very fast way, to find out where to put these SMRs, which locations like around the city boundary are best suited for such locations. to place these SMRs. And then again comes the issue of like marketing, convincing the people, the stakeholder to put the money in this, because it's always a public-private enterprise. It's not 100% government or not 100% from the companies. So here also, why should we put a nuclear reactor next to our community? I mean, things can be done with wind, with solar, with other kind of things, but why SMRs are important and how they are more reliable compared to other technologies. There's also some questions that you need to know. Even there is a competition amongst the green and renewable energy sector. So that thing is somehow translated here in Canada. Every country has a different path towards sustainability or towards green energy transition. In North America, mostly they love it, the nuclear reactors, the small ones, they like it. In France also, they have more nuclear reactors. In Germany, it's forbidden to talk about nuclear energy. It's a different story there. So as a marketing people, you also need to understand what is needed, where it is needed, and how we can improve such challenges. But one thing for sure, the old ways have to go, the new ones have to come. And we as an engineer and you guys as a marketing have to go hand in hand to develop such technologies and to promote it and to integrate it with our next generation market and for the energy transition, because at the end, energy is mastery of energy is something what drives the society and innovation. So that said, we offer also for the student something. We offer also some kind of internships, 3 to 6 months. If anyone of you are interested, please talk to Dr. Gupta, and she will contact us, and we will try to see how you can fit in our roles. Thank you.
Business management, organizational behavior, and innovation strategy. His work bridges the gap between theory and practice, inspiring both the academic community and the corporate world. Professor at Yorkville University, Canada, with numerous prestigious awards, global publications, and patents to his name, Dr. Chahal stands as a beacon of excellence, integrity, and innovation. He has not only shaped minds in the classroom, but also shaped strategies in boardrooms, leaving a lasting impact across education and industry. Please join me in warmly welcoming a true scholar, mentor, and changemaker, Dr. Bhupinder Pal Singh Chahal.
Thank you so much, everyone. A very good afternoon to everyone present over here. Thank you so much to Dr. Gurinder and Dr. Ravneet for providing me this opportunity to interact with your students and experts all over the globe. I'll start. There's the advantage of being in the middle as a speaker and initiating the speech, because by the time you get your opportunity and you realize all the other experts have already said all the points which you prepared for the presentation. So that is the same thing I'm finding with me right now, that I'm just running out of the thought processes and the ideas. But it's really great. It's really great to have all these particular inputs in, and categorically for the students. I always believe in, and I take this in my classes, that I always say this to my students, that the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. So this is something which is very important for all of you, that if you want to have a future, you need to start preparing it for today. You cannot do it after going into the future and saying, oh, now the time has come and now I should start working. No, that's not the way. So looking into this topic, this is one of the most opt topic at this particular point of time, categorically with an idea that You are going to be the future of business, as been said by all the experts so far. And you are the one who need to not only understand the future, but you need to categorically create future for yourself and for the world to come. This is how you need to work onto it. So what I'm going to talk about today is going to be the industry 5.0, 4.0, which has already been talked about by Professor Noshin. She has explained it quite well. And I'll be talking about some of the inputs that can be required and that can be used by the managers of tomorrow in order to face the challenges which they're going to face in the future. Now, there is one key part where everyone has been talking about, and a kind of a controversial thing, that the AI is going to replace human beings, or the changes that are taking place in the technical world right now are going to replace human manpower. But the way I see to it, that they are not there to replace human beings. They are there to enhance the human power. This is how it has to be used. Yes, categorically, how we're gonna use it, that depends upon how we are actually getting aligned with it and getting dependent onto it. So that's how we're going to see about the things. I would request Dr. Gupta to put on my PPT if she can. Otherwise, I can do it at my end, whatever is convenient with the organizers right now.
Sir, could you please share yours?
Yes, sure, ma'am. I can do that. Thank you so much. I hope it's visible to all.
Yes, it is very much visible.
Right. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Let's go ahead with this. Okay. So whenever we talk about this part or the emerging technologies, trends, and management, sustainability is one key word about which we talk about. I will be taking you through the process and the particular kind of a parts which I'll be covering up in my PPT. I'll try to cover it up ASAP, because I know we are already going a little bit behind the schedule. So I don't want the other guests to wait for their turn. So we will be talking about introduction to 5.0, which have already been explained by Dr. Noshin and Dr. Zarkan. Also, I think we have already covered a major part of it. Emerging technologies shaping the sustainability, management practices in the era of tech sustainability, management practices in the era of tech sustainability, more, and the practices and future outlook. So this is what we'll be covering up in the coming slides. And I would like to have this opportunity to make sure that wherever and whenever you find that, okay, there's something which you would like to ask, you can just interrupt me and can ask me in between. That's absolutely fine with me. I'll be more than happy to have it a two-way communication instead of just making it a monologue. So Business 5.0 focuses on integrating advanced technologies with a human-centric approach. Now, the difference between Business 4.0 and Business 5.0 is this, that Business 4.0 is more on efficiency, it's more on machines, but the 5.0 is more about human-centric. It is about enhancing and engaging human and improving their productivity. So that's the big change. Creative value ecosystems that balances efficiency, sustainability, and well-being is the main objective based upon which the Industry 5.0 phase has been brought into the world. Emphasizes on sustainability, resilience, and ethics. Integration of AI, IoT, that is Internet of Things, blockchain, and cyber physical systems are some of the main key elements which encompasses the Industry 5.0. Now, what are the emerging technologies which are actually helping in bringing in sustainability and will be impacting the way people work or the way manpower work in the organizations today? One, green manufacturing. The smart factories with net zero emissions, that's going to be the very key point on which Industry 5.0 will be working, and the latest technologies are going to concentrate on. All the experts which I've talked about so far, they were also highlighting this importance again and again, that it is going to be sustainability and it is going to be how we can make the future secure for the generations to come, and how we can actually kind of reverse whatever damages we have done to the natural environment. That's how the scenario is going to work. Renewable energy systems, AI-powered smart grids and energy storages, because they will be helping in saving a lot of wastage of energy, lot of proliferation of energy which takes place due to one reason or the other, they will be very well taken care of. So that's going to be another part which will be taking, which will be the major part and the major system which will be played by the technology, and that's how they're going to help the overall scenario. Moreover, the smart materials, self-healing concrete, biodegradable plastics, they are becoming a call of the day today, and there are a lot of companies who are working onto it. And it's a brilliant entrepreneurial ideas for all the students of MIT University and Grenoble University, that these are the things which are going to be of very high demand in the times to come. And you people can even look into it if you can find some opportunities to get into any organizations like one. Summer internship and the internship opportunity has already been offered to all of you, where you can learn all these aspects and can look into the future. Digital twins, real-time simulations for infrastructure, industrial optimization. Again, it's going to result in bringing in more sustainability, connecting the people with long-lasting and less adversely impactful practices. So these are some of the things which will be the thing which are going to be the call of the future. So categorically, as a student, because I've been into academics since last almost 18 years now, in India as well as in Canada, and I've seen that one of the best part about the students are that they have a lot of ideas, but they do not understand with whom they should share these ideas and how they can be in hand holding for them. And I'm very happy to see the kind of events that has been organized by MIT University. And I know MIT University because I was in India for almost 16, 17 years into education and being a part of Chandigarh University over there. So I understand the kind of an opportunity being provided by them, and you should feel yourself to be very lucky to be a part of such an emerging university. And all this, what I'm discussing, is not only from the delivery point of view, but also from the point of view of giving you ideas that what kind of a changes that are going to take place in future, what kind of a skill sets that will be required by you in the days to come in order to make you prepared for the future. So you can take some ideas from it if in case you find something which is good. So digital transformation leadership is going to be one of the key things which are going to help in bringing in sustainability and management driven strategies. Leading sustainable innovation across departments is going to be one of the most important aspect which will be taken care by each and every one of you in the days to come. Circular economy models. Now, lifestyle management using IoT and blockchain. These are going to bring in a lot of shift in the way the businesses are happening. The interdependence of the different players in the businesses are taking place. Data-driven decision making. We are seeing it today also when you talk about Google Analytics, when you talk about online marketing and stuff. Everything and anything. Now, a company like Google, a company like Facebook, or a company like Instagram, they are rich not because they charge you something, that is all free of cost, but they are rich because of the data which they have, and how do the companies all across the globe take the decisions based upon their data. So that's going to be the key thing which each and every one of you should learn. And yes, an important aspect related to it, that you need to be agile and resilient business models. So adapting to change while minimizing environmental impact should be your core focus when you are going to concentrate on bringing in the management and academic change in the days to come. So how do we bridge the gap between technology and humanity? What can be done in order to bring in that particular two areas together and making them more interdependent and intermingled with each other? So AI and ethics. Now this is an area, ethics is one of the area which is becoming prominent throughout the world, and rather the vision statements and the mission statements of most of the organizations, international organizations, do have ethics as one of the base. So designing the inclusive and unbiased AI solutions, as we were talking about a few minutes back, and another speaker also was talking about that interdependence or over dependence on AI, and how do AI impacting the human life and our thinking procedures and processes. So these are the things which we are going to bring in order to make sure that we can have a more humanitarian touch to it and can bring in more sustainability. you will definitely, I mean, agree to this categorically, all the students, that since the day the AI has come, fine, our thinking procedures have rather reduced. We are always dependent upon maybe Google or Chat GPT and stuff like that. Instead of going through books and finding out the information and the data from the books, we try to rely upon that, and whatever has been written over here, we picked up and then we use it into our academic procedures. Now, that is something very dangerous, because if you look at the ethical part of it, because we deal with projects, we deal with students, so as a faculty, all the faculties are listening to it must agree to it, that integration of AI is important. That's something which you cannot keep away, but then making students learn how to use that ethical is more important. That's going to be the key, which each and every one of you need to learn, so that you can actually imbibe these particular skills in yourself and you can carry it forward and can spread it in the generations to come. Smart cities, urban planning integrated with real-time data is going to be the key, which is going to help in bringing in more technological and humanitarian collaborations. Workforce augmentations, the human machines collaborations are going to play a very significant role. And one of the most important example of that is cobots, which many of the companies are working right now. You guys must have seen the IPL matches. There's a dog which follows when the umpires goes on the ground. And that's the kind of a future what we are looking at, what we are seeing right now. Eco Innovation and Index, the matrices that track sustainable innovations are going to play a very significant role. And you are required to learn all these things as soon as possible, so that you can become not only the workforce of the future, but you can also carry the future along with you and can grow and progress in the days to come. So what is the future outlook and what are the different recommendations? There are some of them which I'm going to talk about from the sustainable tech driven future. And we will be, I won't be taking much of your time and I'll be concluding it. It's just a kind of an overview about these ideas. Fine. Skill development. So cross-domain knowledge in tech, sustainability and management. When I was preparing this PPT, I was keeping the students in my main focus. I was making sure that when I'll be talking to them and delivering this lecture to them, so they will be the one who should be the one who should gain maximum from whatever I'll be delivering. And I hope so that I'll be able to provide some kind of an idea, if not everything, some kind of an idea about what kind of a future planning and what kind of things which you are required to learn. So policy framework, government and industry standard for responsible tech use, responsibility, ethical, and answerability are going to be some of the very important aspects of future. I'm from Canada and I understand over here, transparency and responsibility is two key things on which not only the Canadian businesses, but the government policies work. So that is going to be the future. Collaborate models and collaboration models, because we are talking about intermingling the machines as well as the humans together. So industry academia partnership for innovations are going to play a significant role. We have already seen this is already happening. I think MIT is one of the university who's been working really hard on bringing in academic collaborations in order to support the innovations and the growth of the entrepreneurial ideas in the field. Investment trends. So ESGs align tech investment increasing by 25% annually, and this is the data which has been given by PwC in 2024. Call to action, integrate sustainable digital strategy in core business planning. And as the speakers were already talking about marketing and the future of marketing, and we need to understand that digital marketing is today and tomorrow of the marketing part of it. So we need to make sure that we do not only bring in sustainability, and we should also look at the ethical aspect of it, so that we can understand the impact it can make on the lives and lifestyles of the people. So with this, I would last conclude it by saying it that I am sure that you guys will not only gain from these kind of lectures and from listening to the other experts who are there in this area and who've been having the experience, but I would also like to suggest to all of you that you people are required to make sure that you do not prepare for what has been asked by the industry today. You should prepare yourself for what the industry will be needing and requiring 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years down the lane. And that's what's going to make you a perfect fit and a product for the industry. So with this, thank you so much, guys, and I wish you good luck for your future. Thank you so much to Amity and to Grenoble for providing me this opportunity to interact with these brilliant students.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very inspiring words. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a true honor to introduce a brilliant mind and rising leader in the fields of cybersecurity and trustworthy AI. Currently serving as head of the MSc Cybersecurity Program at ECE Engineering School in Paris, Mr. Shane is not only an academic leader and gifted lecturer, but also a dedicated researcher, shaping the future of ethical and explainable artificial intelligence. Research recognized across Europe and North America addresses some of today's most critical challenges: privacy, fairness, and transparency in AI systems. With a PhD from Sorbonne University and a track record of impactful publications and international collaborations, she's already made his mark as a thought leader of tomorrow. Please join me in extending a warm and respectful welcome to a passionate educator, visionary researcher, and inspiring innovator, Ms. Abaida Shushain.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this introduction and for your invitation. I would like also to thank all the speakers for their talks, because actually I see that we are speaking about the same topic but from different point of view, and I won't be repeating the same things that have been already discussed, so I'll go briefly through the introduction of this topic, and I would like to focus more on one of the technical aspects, on how can we technically address these challenges. So I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. So today I'll be talking about trustworthy AI for Business 5.0. I'll be focusing on how can we derive social sustainability through responsible innovation, and what do we mean by responsible innovation. So as you know, industry has gone through 4 major waves, each aimed to boost productivity, but often at the cost of workers. The goal has always been to produce more, faster, and cheaper, but people were too often left behind. But as Mahbubul Haq once reminded us, the real wealth of a nation is its people. So in a world racing toward AI and automation efficiency, we must pause and ask, what is all this progress for? That very question defines spirit of Industry 5.0. So Industry 5.0 isn't just about smarter technology, it's about reconnecting people and purpose. So it brings human back into the center, where human creativity works alongside machines. It also highlights resilience and redefines sustainability. But in this case, sustainability includes not just the environment, but also social well-being and economic stability. Social sustainability isn't just a missing piece, it's the foundation. So without it, resilience fades, inequalities grow, and vital systems like healthcare, education, and governance begin to crack. When social foundations are strong, trust grows, diversity is valued, and progress becomes more stable and innovative. And now, as technology shapes more of our lives, and that trust must also extend to the systems we are building, especially AI-based systems. So one of the key challenges for Industry 5.0 is How can we make sure that AI is not only efficient, but also ethical, transparent, and human-centered? And that's where the concept of trustworthy AI comes in. AI must reflect the same values as social sustainability. So in simple terms, trustworthy AI is AI systems that we can rely on to act ethically and safely. And the European framework defines it through key principles. It must be fair, transparent, secure, private, accountable, and reliable. And these aren't just technical standards, they are social commitments that help build trust in how AI is used. But in order to build such ethical AI systems, it's not an easy process to go through because each of these aspects presents some key challenges. And due to the limited time, for this talk, I'll be only focusing on privacy aspect. So what do we mean by data privacy? Data privacy is the right of individuals to control how, when, and for how long their personal data is collected, used, and shared. And this personal data is defined by the European GDPR as any information that can be identifying a living person, either directly using, for example, their names, ID numbers, or indirectly using, for example, location data or online identifiers. And since we are talking about AI, in AI we care mostly about collecting data. How can we make use of this data? And here the challenge is how can we still make use of these AI systems while protecting privacy of individuals? And in this talk, I'll be focusing on one use case scenario. And I'll be focusing on one specific personal data, which is voice biometric data. So as I mentioned before, biometric data is considered personal and sensitive data according to the European GDPR. And voice biometrics are used in systems that we call automatic speaker verifications in order to analyze a person's voice and either accept or reject the claimed identity. So this is a use case of such sensitive information in a powerful authentication system. However, with the rise of deepfake attacks, there are some kind of attacks that we call spoofing attacks that are being performed on these systems. And from a security point of view, we are adding on top of the automatic speaker verification systems, spoofing attack detection systems in order to detect if there is some kind of attack that is performed on the system and to increase and to stop these security threats. So in speaker verification, we have two parts, an ASV system that is responsible of verifying the identity of speaker, and a spoofing attack system that is responsible of ensuring security. And in this case, both systems are using speech signal, which does not only reveal identity, but a wealth of other sensitive information like gender, age, emotions, and so on. And this sensitive data can be stolen and misused, which leads to privacy violation. And that's why regulations such as the European GDPR mandates strong privacy protection of these sensitive data. So in practice, how can we really translate these terms? Like we are hearing about sustainability, privacy, ethical AI, but how can we really build such systems? So here in the following work, I will be proposing one of the solutions that can be used. And in this work, as an attempt to comply with the GDPR privacy principle, we proposed a cryptographic solution that protects speaker privacy while still enabling a cloud-based spoofing system. So let's imagine this scenario where there is a user who is sending a voice command to a voice assistant. And before performing this command, this voice assistant needs to first check if this speaker is authentic or if it is an attack. So this voice assistant needs the help of a spoofing attack detection model in order to check if this speech is genuine or if it's an attack. And in this case, we are assuming that the spoofing attack detection model is cloud-based. So here, when a user sends a voice command to a voice assistant, which must verify the authenticity or using spoofing detection model. So in order to preserve the privacy, the speech is encrypted using a cryptographic technique that is called secure two-party computation. To make it simple, what would this technique consist of? So this voice assistant would split the speech S into two parts, what we call secret shares. So each part S1 and S2 would look totally random. So there is no information there. But when we combine both, we can reconstruct again the original information. And then what would this voice assistant do? It would share these two shares with the two cloud servers. These servers are disjoint. They only communicate when they want to perform some kind of operation. So when we are sharing these two inputs, these inputs are keeping private in each end. And in this way, we are preserving the privacy of our data. And then what would happen? In the first scenario, we're assuming that the model provider, it's a publicly known, or we do not need to preserve the privacy of the model itself. So this model provider would share the model as it is with these two cloud servers. Then we'll conduct some kind of operations. These two cloud servers will communicate in order to later send the output of these computations as also encrypted shares. Then the voice assistant will take these outputs, and when they are recombined, we will be able to reconstruct the final output, which tells us if this speech as is authentic or if it's such kind of an attack. So this is a scenario where we developed such a technique and where we later see how we assessed the performance of the system. And the second scenario is the same thing, but here the difference is that you know that building an AI system or an AI model requires a lot of effort, and it also contains some sensitive information. And in the second scenario, we are assuming that we want to also protect the intellectual property of the model, which is important. But technically, how can we do so? We will be performing the same procedure. So here in this case, we'll be splitting the model parameters into two shares, and the model provider will share these two secret shares among the two cloud servers. Then these two servers will communicate. They will perform some kind of operation and again send the output to the voice assistant in order to reconstruct the final output to tell if this speech is authentic or not. So here in this case, we are protecting security because here we are detecting if there is some kind of attack or not. And even when we are protecting security, we are also preserving the privacy, and we are not disclosing the sensitive speech information with external parties, but rather we are using some kind of technique where we magically make the input look random. But then when we combine everything together, then we reconstruct the information that we are looking for. Yes, so yet it's not really straightforward to apply such techniques because there are different challenges that comes into the surface when we are trying to apply such a process. Because if it was easy, then it will be really easy for all the industrial parties to just start applying these techniques, and it will be really fast operation. But it comes with the cost of losing some kind of the efficiency, accuracy, and we need to adapt the system that we have in order to really be able to implement these kind of solutions. And here in this case, when we want to apply the 2PC technique that I just presented to a machine learning based systems, it comes with two major challenges. The first one is when dealing with something that we call nonlinear operations inside an AI system. And these are called activation functions or comparison. So when we are performing these operations in a 2PC protocol, then we need to do a lot of complex approximations, which leads to a computational overhead. So we'll be spending a lot of time, a lot of energy, and which is not, first, it's not sustainable, and then it's not efficient for the company. So imagine that you are selling a system that takes 5 minutes to tell you if it's really you or not. So it won't be good, it won't be feasible. So here the challenge is to make sure that your system is still working and you do not lose a lot of efficiency, but at the same time, you are not sacrificing privacy either. And the second challenge is that these kind of techniques, they do not work with real numbers. So we know that in real worlds, you are dealing with real numbers. Again, for machine learning based systems, also we are working with real numbers. But here, this technique only works with integers, with integer number. So when we are trying to adapt it to these kind of systems, we might lead to information loss, which again can impact accuracy. So when we are facing these challenges, we were thinking about how can we really propose a system that mitigate these challenges. And in order to address these challenges, we follow the privacy by design approach. It's recommended by the GDPR. So from the moment we are designing our AI system, we are thinking about preserving privacy while also like when we are also promising accuracy to the end user. And here to do so, technically what we do is, nowadays we are talking about deep neural networks and very deep systems. And if we want to apply this technique to such system, it will take a lot of efforts and and it won't be feasible anymore. So what we did, we proposed some kind of what we call shallow neural network that is not so deep. It's only consists of one layer and one activation layer, and that's it. And usually the other systems, they are much more complex than this. That's why they're much more efficient. And in order to deal with the integer problem, we applied the quantization technique so that whenever we are dealing with the float number, we convert it to some integer number. And then we assessed the efficiency of our system. So here, briefly speaking, what we did, we have what is in blue that are baseline systems or state-of-the-art system. They do not care about privacy. They only focus on accuracy, and our privacy preserving system. And then we evaluated on a database that is proposed to detect if a speech is spoofed or not. And then we see that our system, well, it requires more time because here we know that we will have communication between the servers. But in terms of accuracy, here the three versions of the system, when we are preserving privacy or not, it does not impact the accuracy of the system. And also, it is comparable to some kind of a state-of-the-art system, which are composed of a very deep neural network. So this is an achievement, and this is a step to show that it is still feasible to guarantee efficiency while also being ethical. And I won't keep it long. So this work have been already published in the Interspeech conference if you want to take a look on it and dig deeper in the details. And thank you so much for listening to this talk, and then I'd be happy to discuss later if you have any questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mom, for your inspiring words. Social sustainability in business and AI is quite important. Privacy, fairness, and transparency in AI systems leads to a healthier relationship with AI. Further, please join me in welcoming our distinguished speaker, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Goyal, Senior Data Architect at Google LLC with over 15 years of experience. Mr. Goyal has led cloud transformation and AI initiatives for major global clients, including Apple, Spotify, and McKinsey. He is a recognized industry leader, award-winning innovator, and an active contributor to both research and peer review in emerging technologies. We are honored to have him share his insights with us today. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. I hope you can see my screen, right?
We can see it. We can see it.
Awesome. Cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Mahesh Kumar Goyal. I'm an enterprise data architect working with Google. And first of all, I really want to thank MIT University, and I'm really excited to be part of it. And I'm looking forward to contribute as part of this conference and any future engagement that you're going to be having. About myself, I have 15 years of experience, mostly centric around data. In last 3 years, I'm working with Google. Prior to that, I worked with companies like Amazon, Fiat Chrysler, and British Petroleum, where I help them drive their data-driven decision-making systems. Since data comes within scale, most of my role has been involved in helping them with strategizing how they want to structure the data, how they want to generate the right outcome out of it. As part of this, my role in consulting, I work with a lot of companies like Apple, Spotify, McKinsey, GE Aviations, and then many more. So today, as part of today's discussions or the presentation, I want to talk about how AI agents are transforming enterprise data landscape and how they're impacting the changes that we see as part of this, the scale of data that we see on a daily basis. High-level agenda of my talk would be about what are the AI agents, what are their capabilities. We're going to look into the modern data challenges and then how these data challenges will be solved by AI agents and some of the applications of it on the real world applications. At the same time, how these AI agents would still require human collaboration, and we'll talk about some of the future enhancements. If you look into last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, it was all about LLMs and the real retrieval augment generations. How about like how you're going to use a prompt to get an outcome, and how you're going to provide a context to an LLM to generate a right outcome specific to an organization. But if you talk about 2025, it's all about AI agents and how they are going to shift the AI initiatives. In the recent interview, Satya Nadella said that the SaaS would be dead in the next 10 years. In the same way, if one of the interviews, the Bill Gates mentioned that we won't need so many doctors and lawyers 10 years down the line. And CEO of NVIDIA also mentioned that there won't be any coding skills required in the future because AI agents are going to be able to write all the codes. They would be able to commit the codes, perform all kind of the code review, peer programming that's required for writing the code. And it's been one of the core skills in the IT industry for the last 15, 20 years, where people need the companies need people to write the code. But as for the modern trend or how we see the AI agents, there won't be a coding skill required and in depth as we need at this point of time. And this visionaries, what they say usually becomes true. Let's go back to 2004 when the founder of Google, Larry Page, mentioned that there would be a time when all the information of world would be in one place and we would be asking a question and it would be able to give us an accurate answer rather than providing a list of websites. So this was predicted by Larry Page back in 2004, and now if you see, we have large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Mistral, so where we provide a specific question and we are able to get the right outcome. So whatever these people predict, usually they can see the future and they're able to provide us how do we need to train ourselves as a student or as an industry expert, how we need to learn new things and make sure that we are in alignment with what world is looking out of us. So let's talk about what are these AI agents and what are some of their capabilities, right? So if we look at a high-level introduction, AI agents are software systems that use AI to pursue goal and complete tasks on behalf of a user. They show reasoning, they can do a planning, they have memory, and they can perform and measure the outcome. At the same time, they can help us to make a decision, learn, and adopt. We talk about some of the common tasks that can do, especially in the data space. They can find relevant information. They can pull the important bits off from haystack, and at the same time they can combine the multiple information insights without having a manual interruption where someone has to go and dig and create an efficient solution. On the same time, also means that we can simply ask data questions in plain English. We don't need to know any specific programming language, complicated code. It can help us we can have a simple English language. At the same time, we can have some connectors to make sure that we can get an outcome. These agents can not also tell what's going to happen in the future, but they would also suggest some specific actions. We can achieve our goals, we can avoid problems, and at the same time, they can generate the predictions as well. And especially in the data side, the report generation, dynamic dashboard creation is one of the tedious process where someone has to like sit from the beginning to pull the data, process it, enrich it, and then generate the outcome. But with this AI agent, they can help us to automate all the process and then generate the dynamic dashboard out of it. So this is all about like what AI agents can do. And if we look into the modern data challenges, if we see the data landscape, right? So every day we grow by at least 400 million terabyte, and world will have at least 180 zettabyte of data by end of 2025. So data is growing. I mean, there's no way we can stop the data. As the companies becoming more modern, they need more data to analyze the outcome. The companies don't want to go and predict what their future will be. They wanna collect the data for last 10 years. They wanna process it and then identify if it's gonna help them generate or what's their next step should be. Whether it's a product is being sold in what is the top selling product in the 10 years? If a product has been sold pretty good in the last 10 years, what else they can do to enhance this the sales initiatives on top of it. So, but if you see with the data landscape, still a huge challenge because data is growing. We get different types of data. There's a lot of velocity, varieties there. There are some data in the specific file format. There's a data in the images, videos. It's quite difficult to manage, store, and analyze this data. At the same time, a company has a lot of business units, like take a big company like automobile, they have business units for sales, finance, they have research department, they have the service department, and these departments have their own data set, and there are a lot of complexity comes in terms of compliances where they're not able to share data from one line of business to another line of business. So having within one company itself, there are a lot of challenges to share data because they have to ensure that they follow all kind of compliances, and this data is not been leaked in the internet. So that creates data silos. At the same time, even though no matter how many pipelines we build, how many solutions we build, the data will always have an access issue. That data is not being accessed in a central locations, always has silos, and no matter how many data scientists we have, we'll always need some kind of help with the tooling to make sure that we overcome all these challenges. At the same time, extracting, processing, generating insights from the, let's say I want to make sure that, hey, what's the outcome in a business if an ad campaign has run. So it might take kind of little less time right now, but if you go back 2 years, 3 years down the line, when the data lakes were not in the market, it used to take like severe multiple hours to identify what is an outcome of an ad on the revenue. So those have been changed in a period of time, but with this AI agent, that would also become more generic and would be kind of more real time to identify if it is impacting the business or not. So how this AI agents would solve the challenges in the data space, right? So in general, if you see, since the data access is an issue, the AI would help us to reduce this access boundaries. They'll make the data access easier. We can workflow, or we can define the workflow and channelize the data to generate the right outcome for each process, each phase where we have to process data, we have to generate an outcome out of it. We can have an agent which would help us to prioritize what action has to be performed. If there's a process or there has been an ETL has to be performed, it can define based on what kind of data we have on the source. At the same time, it will also help us with the validate and ensuring that the data quality is intact. And it will also help us to generate the right outcome or the dashboard that we are trying to get out of a specific data set. Some of the examples that we see in the real world that AI agents has already been used at a certain extent and gonna be used very heavily. It can help us identify like customer who are likely to leave by analyzing their behavior, especially in the sales side. You always want to make sure that what's your churn rate and why customers are leaving a business. or a company for a product, then in that case, this AI would definitely help us. In the manufacturing, the AI agents can predict when a specific equipment may fail, and it can also analyze the data from sensors, can enable the preventive maintenance and reduce the downtime. Usually with the huge set of log data, it's quite difficult to process and analyze when an equipment will fail, especially in the manufacturing side. With the AI agents, we can have multiple threads or the parallel agents running and identifying if any device may fail in the future, and it can help us to reduce the downtime of a large manufacturing plant. The agents will also help us identify the unusual patterns or anomalies, especially in the massive data sets. If we have a huge data set of any organization, they want to identify if there is an anomaly or there is an outlier in the data. It's quite difficult to have. So if we have like billions and billions of record, if you want to identify like 5 outliers, so it's quite difficult to do with a manual job. You have to spend a lot of time in the computing, you have to spend a lot of time in the storage. But this AI agent can help us to identify outliers without spending much time on compute and the storage. And all of this real-time spending or real-time use cases where we need to generate the outcome right away. We want to come up with an event-driven system. We want to come up with streaming systems. This AI agent would really help us to drive those kind of use cases. And anything with the sales where we want to identify the leading score, we want to identify what's the outcome out of a sale, rather than having a manual job to run and then identify what is the how can we generate a right outcome through an ETL process. The AI agent would take care of it and then help us with drive all those businesses. So now this AI agent are there right now. Where would the human would be involved, right? Now a company says we have 10 human and 50 agents as an employee, but they still need the 10 human, right? They can't have like 60 agents doing all this job. So that's where the human interaction with AI would always be very important and will be critical. They're not going to replace the human. At the same time, they're going to make our job better and more productive. Some of the projects that used to take like 18 to 20 weeks now can be done in 4 to 6 weeks. At the same time, these agents will help us to, as these agents will take some of the jobs, some of the work that we do on a regular basis, it will free up human resource to do like some complex and strategic thinking, which will solve like a larger problem that a company has. At the same time, there's always requirement of an augmented decision making where AI would provide some insights. At the same time, human would be required to decide what has to be the next outcome. So if a company want to decide has $1 billion investment, they won't be able to go with an outcome that AI generates. They'll always have a human in the loop to ensure that they make a right decision out of what an AI has produced as a product. So human will always be relevant, but at the same time, we have to upskill ourselves to make sure that we don't do the tedious or the regular job, which AI is able to do without any the larger impact or larger effort. And all of this data access issues, what we have analysis where we have to have a lengthy manual process or lengthy tedious process would be solved by these AI agents, because this will have a series of series of processes, threads that would identify what we can write an AI agent to have and work for orchestration, which would go over each and every component and ensure that we follow the right channel, we follow the right compliance to come out of it, or we access the data across the different organizations. But what's the future out of it, right? I mean, we have human involved, we have the AI agents would be able to do a lot of tasks, right? And what's the future enhancement that we need to look into? So the way it looks to us that the AI agents will become more sophisticated, they'll be more complex. The orchestration would be having a various series which requires some human intervention, but most of the tasks they would be able to do. In general, they'll gain even deeper understanding of context and will be able to reason more like human when analyzing the data. At the same time, we'll see the greater interoperability. That what does it means that AI agents will be able to make seamless work across all the different business systems, regardless of their complexity. So there will be one agent which would be responsible for all the sales activities within a company, whether it's an automobile company or a finance company or it's an stock market company. So they would be able to do all of these jobs as part of one agent. And the AI agent will eventually become autonomous, where they'll be capable of tackling a highly complex business problem. At the same time, they'll require some human intervention, but we have to upskill ourselves to make sure that whatever the AI generates, there has to be a human loop to identify if its outcome is good, or we need to enhance it more to make sure that we use it in a better for an organization or for a human good. Overall, that AI would become more powerful. It's crucial to make sure that we define an ethical AI framework to ensure that that it's used responsibility, and at the same time, the data or whatever it generates is not biased. Because with an AI, since AI has been trained with all the data set we have in the world, and no matter how much we train data, the humans will have a biased perspective. And then if humans are biased, the data we generate will always have some kind of bias. So with that, the AI model will also be biased. So we need to always make sure that this data or what AI model that we have, it's unbiased. At the same time, the human will always play a critical, vital role, not making sure how much autonomous they are, how much complex they are. The humans should always be able to perform some kind of extraordinary task to ensure that they are doing the right work out of it. So yeah, that's it from my side, and really excited to be part of it. And thank you once again. I want to thank Amity University for all these opportunities, and I'm really excited to work forward in any capacity that I can help this organization. Thank you very much. Any questions? Anyone have any questions?
Okay, come.
Thank you, sir. Modern data comes with its own challenges, and you've truly given us a better idea on how it will be processed now and in the future. Having sophisticated AI with fail-safes might make us more optimized in our approach. Now, please join me in welcoming our next speaker, Ms. Harshini Gadam, Manager of AI and FinTech at Staples Incorporated. With over a decade of experience in financial technology and enterprise planning, she has led global digital transformations across sectors using cutting-edge tools like Anaplan and Oracle Cloud EPM. Ms. Gadam is a passionate AI innovator, a published researcher, and a recognized leader in the fintech and data communities. We are excited to hear her insights today. Welcome, Ms. Harshini Gadam.
Can you see my screen?
We can see your screen.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Harshini Gadam. I have been with Finance Corporate FP&A from the past 12 years. I worked with different companies in the US in the past 10 years with Oracle, SAP, Workday. I'm basically, I do the ERP transformation and integration for the corporate FP&A, where we can extract the data from the financial systems and do the planning cycle, forecasting, and provide the business insights for the CEO and CFO. Right now, I'm working with Staples, and we do have a platform called Anaplan, where we do use AI largely in our for the predictive analysis of the forecasting of different financial data, supply chain, sales, and operations. I can deep dive more into my experience and what I feel about the AI future for finance. To guide the discussion, I think here are the contents of today's discussion or a roadmap. We'll be understanding how the traditional methods have the limitations and what's the role of the AI, fundamental role of AI for finance, and then we'll deeper dive into LLMs and NLP. Finally, we'll look into the significant benefits what the future holds for us. I think that the AI role in finance is not to eliminate the jobs, but to eliminate inefficiencies of the data inefficiencies and also the forecasting cycle, whatever we have, and help the companies or CFO with the better decision making and strategy. Um, AI turns the financial models from the static to the dynamic and proactive systems where you can access the real-time data and get the inputs with the real-time analytics. So I think we will more go deeper into the introduction. Historically, financial modeling have been very manual, relying basically on the Excel, but in the past 3-4 years, it's most moved into the cloud space for the ERP, and everything is based out of cloud now compared to the past 5 years we only used Excel. So relying on spreadsheets and human input, it resulted in a lot of slow decision making and susceptible to the errors and difficult to scale, especially with the we have a vast amount of data, so we have to consolidate it from different departments. We needed a new approach, and AI is improving to be a game changer and helping us to make sense of the vast and complex financial information. And artificial intelligence is revolution predictive analytics in finance by enabling the faster and more accurate forecasting based modeling. Traditional method often relied on historical trends, linear assumptions, whereas the AI now uses the trends of the same group of industries and taking into consideration their sales and using the right drivers to give the financial forecasting. So the nonlinear patterns across the real-time market data and economic influences are used when we use AI predictive analysis in our day-to-day basis. And here, I think of AI as something powerful, powerful engine which moves far beyond the Excel sheets, and it can analyze the huge data sets, multiple Microsoft Excel sheets within a minutes and give the results for us, which will take an analyst or any person to maybe weeks or months of time to consolidate and give us the results of the company, how the company is performing, or what's the future of it, and which direction the company has to move. I think that is a major improvement where we can see all the data at one place, and it is helping us to improve the analysis. I think we can talk a little bit about how LLMs are currently used right now in the finance industry. I think that we have a massive amount of data. I think the training the model is the right thing to get the right output. So we have to train the model with the right amount of historical data. Otherwise, it will give us the results which are insignificant and which can't be used because it's a confidential data. We can't feed the data from the market or the internet. So we have to create a specific model for the company where we can train the data with the historicals of the specific company, and we also have to make sure the data security is protected when we are creating a model and do iterations and give the output. So I create a model in the Anaplan where it uses the specific data of the company, and it's not like going outside our company. So we are only using the whenever we ask the answers to it, it only uses the company data and gives us the results instead of taking the market data and also sending that outside our AI system. So that's one of the key achievement we did, which is very important for any financial or any organization which is working with the confidential data of the people and the company. So they can also help us generate different multiple scenarios of a financial scenario where the company is performing more or less, and within a minute we can analyze and act accordingly, like and prepare for the future. When the COVID came and no one knows that how the financials are impacted, but with the use of AI right now, we can predict such kind of scenarios and prepare for it and prevent losses in the company. So they can even help generate realistic financial scenarios, which we don't have before in the capacity. Natural language processing is a technology that allows computers to read and understand text. It's about extracting the structured words. So in finance, NLP is very critical for things like analyzing the market sentiment from the news, and automatically reviewing legal contracts for risk and monitoring regulatory changes, and even extracting crucial data for the company reports. When you are doing a company board report, it's also very useful. When you create a AI-based company board report, you can take once you create the prompt, it will create. So NLP bridges the gap and turning narrative information into hard data that can be fed into our financial models and reports, leading into deeper insights. The benefits of AI modeling are significant and greater, and accuracy and the prediction of the financial data is very much improved, and we gain deeper and real-time insights that were previously impossible. However, the challenges like ensuring the data security and quality are the two major challenges which we face in the finance. Crucially, AI isn't here to replace the financial analyst, but it is to empower them with the decision making and to make better strategic decisions. I can give you an example of a real-time project we are working currently on, because Staples has around like 10,000 to 20,000 different customers and the different products we have. So to give and predict what customer buys what product, it is very difficult to do it manually. Usually we used to take around 3 to 6 months to predict and forecast the sales data for the product based company. But now we are using the predictive analytics in our plan, and we are getting the results within like 5-6 days, and we can fine tune it with the historical data, and we can improve the accuracy and do the better decision making, and we can increase the revenue of the company. That's one of the real-time example which AI really helped to transform how we look at the data. In the summary, AI, LLM, and NLP represent a true revolution in financial modeling. They're unlocking unparalleled capabilities in how we process the data, generate insights, and make predictions, especially by bringing in the power of unstructured text, where we don't have a structured text in finance and where data lies in different systems. Where the HR data lies in the HR system in sales from the Salesforce, and the finance is from the Oracle, we have to integrate the data and get the insights, which is really helping it to provide the insights in the less amount of time, reducing the analyst work hours, and also giving the strategic insights to the CEO and CFO and senior leadership team. I think, thank you for the opportunity, and Amity University for giving me this privilege to explain how the AI is influencing the finance. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, ma'am, Thank you very much, ma'am, for your enlightening words. I think this is the first time I've understood this in proper detail. Moving on, we follow with our very own alumni of Amity University, BBA, MBA in International Business, and the batch 2009 and 2011. Now, a part of Global HR Sync Work Incorporated, Germany. She has made leaps and bounds within her field, setting the way for us, the students who have followed after her. Please welcome to the stage, Ms. Tushti Bajpai.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and hello, good evening, good afternoon to everyone according to their time zone. My time zone is Europe at the moment. That's why I'm thanking you in all the time zones. So my name is Trishti Bajpayee, and I'm an ex-MATian from batch 2009 to 2011. Here I'm here to get to know you a little bit more, and you can know a little bit more insights about me and how I was and how this course overall Amity has shaped me. Just to give a little bit of insights, looking at the time as well, I won't take much time. I studied my BBA IB, which included 3 continents student exchange program as well. Currently, I'm based in Germany as a global human resource information technology system in SAP, which we also call as like SAP, Success Factor. I'm a specialist at the moment in a global chemical firm named Siegwerk Duke Farben. It's a pronunciation in a bit of German, so it might sound a little bit different than pronouncing in exact English. Just to give a very small highlight about my past and to share a bit of experience. In my past, I've also gained further experience with DHL Global Forwarding in Germany, in freight and project implementation, and also in human resource team. My current role, just so you know what I do at the moment, my current role is responsible for managing and maintaining an organization's human resource information system. What does it do? I make sure, or as a team, we make sure to ensure the accuracy, efficiency of HR data and processes, providing technical support, etc. I heard quite a lot of good things and new things which I didn't know in this conference about AI. So I would like to give a bit of emphasis how AI is also shaping in my current company and how I'm utilizing AI in my human resource department. Basically, in our HR department, it's supporting us to automate and improve various HR tasks like recruitment, employee engagement, performance management, and so many other integrations with our SAP SuccessFactor, including the AI experience within that. So looking forward for you all to join this conference and gaining a lot of insights from this. I am also taking away quite a lot of insights, but before I leave and looking once again at the time, I would like to just say a few words that this course where I studied here overall has shaped my career, not only back in my home country, but also as soon as I stepped at the international level too. So doing these exchange programs, getting cultural exchange program has really shaped me overall and also boost my confidence. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the judges and my fellow friends, especially hello to Gurinder sir, and thank you so much for all your understanding we had. It's very less to say and thank you regarding at the moment in this conference, but just a small story. I'm not sure if you even remember. I just joined the BBA IB program, and I was new, and the program was certainly a little bit in a development stage. And I remember I broke my leg and had a major operation, but I was still coming with my stick to attend the classes. This was my determination. Because of the environment, fellows, professors, I really determined to come. And Gurinder sir, I still remember that you left one of your meeting and went to the professors, 2 to 3 professors, I still remember, and really requested them to take care of me if I need any support while walking or going around in classes from one to another. So kindness, I think you always remember whenever and whoever has done. So thank you so much. This story was really heart-touching for me, so I really thought to connect this with everyone, including the panelists. Great. Thank you once again. It's an opportunity to be here to learn once again regarding the new emerging trends, AI, and the other topic. And really glad to reconnect with the Amity University once again. Proud to be an ex-Amitian. Thank you very much and wish you all a very nice day.
Thank you very much. As our senior, you truly have set the stage for us, and we're really glad to have met you again today. Now we have a dynamic and results-driven human resources professional with a master's in international human resource management from Grenoble École de Management, France, and a bachelor's in international business from Amity University, India. With experience in the TMF Group Luxembourg, he has managed end-to-end HR functions, including recruitment, onboarding, employee relations, onboarding, training coordination, employee relations, and work permit processing for multinational teams across Europe and Africa. Known for a hands-on and adaptable approach, he brings strong communication skills, cross-cultural competence, and a critical thinking mindset to HR strategy and operations. His academic and professional journey reflects a solid foundation in people analytics, digital HR transformation, and organizational development, backed by leadership roles and international exposure. Please welcome Mr. Rishikesh Bose.
So thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. I hope you can hear me very loud and clear. So to start with, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. Bon après-midi à toutes and namaskar sabiko. To begin with, I would like to greet you all in 3 different languages, French, English, and Hindi, to reflect the diverse journey I had and to honor the global and multicultural journey and nature of this today's event. English connects us globally. French represents my academic and professional journey in Europe. Hindi represents my roots, my upbringing, and the foundation I received in India. Respected faculty members, dear students, fellow alumni, and distinguished guests, I would truly honored to be today part of Emerging Technology Trends in Engineering and Management Conference organized by Amity University. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Amity University and Bachelor's of International Business Administration, International Business Program, through which my journey truly began. I would especially like to thank Professor Asta Gupta, who not only taught me, but continuously encouraged and guided me throughout my bachelor's journey. I would like to express my deepest respect and appreciation to Dr. Gurinder Singh sir, the Honorable Group Vice Chancellor of Amity University, for incredible vision and leadership, which has enabled Amity to become the global respected institution today. It's because of the foundation that students like me have able to spread our wings and explore global opportunities with confidence. I would reflect on my journey from classrooms of Amity International Business School to HR boardrooms of Luxembourg. I feel immense gratitude. After graduating from Amity, I pursued my master's in international business, focusing on international human resource management in digital age. That decision basically changed my trajectory of my career and gave me a global exposure I have ever dreamt of. As a human resource professional with TMF Group in Luxembourg, I had opportunity to work with different colleagues and offices across Europe and Africa, handling recruitments, employee relation, to designing training paths and supporting digital transformation of HR. Every day has brought a new challenge and a new chance to grow. But what made it possible? That's the $1 million question. The answer is simple. A strong foundation, an open mindset, and a courage to explore the unknown. Human resource today is not just about hiring and payroll, it's about strategy, culture, leadership, and transformation. In today's tech-driven world, HR plays a vital role in shaping how organization operates, attract talents, and keeps their employee motivated. With AI, people analytics, and digital platforms becoming central to HR function, the possibilities of innovation are endless. Let me also introduce to another topic, important one, employee experience and future of work. In the most pandemic world, companies are no longer just competing with customers. They are basically competing for the talent. The concept of employee experience has become just as important as customer service. From flexible working models and mental well-being programs to purpose-driven leadership, DEI HR is now tasked to reimaging how people work and why they work. Employees today expect a meaningful work, career development, work-life balance, and a sense of belonging. And it's our job in HR to design systems that support this, using technology, not to replace humans, but empower them. The future of work is not just about automation or remote working. It's about building human-centered organization that can adapt, evolve, and thrive in fast-changing world. If you are entering a world of management, I would like to ask all of the students to ask yourself not only how you will lead, but how will you make others feel under your leadership. To all the students here, I want to tell you this: the world is wide open. Don't hesitate to dream big and step out of your comfort zone. If you're passionate about making a difference in people's life while driving a business success, then HR is a field full of promises. Whether it's Europe, Asia, anywhere else in the world, it's always a need for professional who understands people, respect diversity, and bring cultural sensitivity to the table. Studying abroad gave me a new lens through which I could see the world. One is the diverse, dynamic, and full of learning. I met a lot of peers from every continent, worked on real-life business cases in multicultural team, learned to adapt quickly. That international exposure not only added a value to my resume, but also shaped me as a global citizen. To those who are considering opportunities abroad, go for it. It's not just about earning degree, it's about discovering who you are, who you stand for, and how you contribute to the world in a meaningful way. I would again like to thank Amity University BBIB program, my respected professors for laying the foundation who I am today. And thank you to the organizers of this prestigious conference for giving me a platform to share my journey. One last thing, conscious of time, I would like to again say to all the students listening to me today, remember your journey is just a beginning. Learn with curiosity, lead with empathy, and live your life with purpose. The future belongs to those who are ready to explore this. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Dhanyavad.
Rishi, we feel so proud on you. And when you were speaking with a great confidence. Right? And I was very impressed when you said that you are focusing on 3 cultures: Hindi, right, from India, and then French from there. I think that that shows the cultural values you have. Right. Keep
Thank you
on
so much,
coming.
sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir, so much. And thanks for the blessings. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is true. The world is our oyster if only we choose to discover it. Now, we'd like to welcome to the floor the Director of CUEF, Dr. Catherine Carras, UGA Grenoble, France. Nous vous remercions de votre accueil. Une inspiration et dédiée à l'éducation est une personne bienveillante. Thank you for your enduring support and partnership. Please excuse us for a few minutes as we are going through a few technical difficulties. We will join the meeting shortly in a minute. Thank you very much for your patience and your coordination and your compassion.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you very much for your patience and understanding.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are
Am I
audible. Here you are audible.
much? We are sorry for the technical glitch we were facing. Now we are back to normal.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much for your patience and understanding. We'd like to hand over the floor to the Director of CUEF, Dr. Catherine Carras, UGA Grenoble, France. Nous vous remercions de votre accueil. L'inspiration est dédiée à l'éducation d'une personne bienveillante. Thank you very much for your enduring support and your partnership.
Thank you.
So first of all, like this, yeah. Is it okay? Yeah. So first of all, okay. So first of all, I want to congratulate Ashta and all the colleagues of Amity University for the organization of this successful conference. It was an honor to host this conference. The links between QF and Amity University are already long-standing and solid. And we hope to continue to develop our collaboration, not only for our students, but also for our teachers and more generally for both our universities. Cooperation between France and India is developing rapidly, and I'm convinced that universities, teachers, researchers, and students have a major role to play in this process. Thank you.
Merci. Merci beaucoup. Now we move on towards the valedictory session of our conference. We will bestow Amity Academic Excellence
last several years, a long time, during a long time. And thank you very much to the students to be serious, to be sympathetic, and it's a pleasure to have them with us. Always really sympathetic and nice. And thank you to Ashta too. Really nice too. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you as well. You have extended hospitality towards us and helped us find ways in France that would be unthinkable to us without. Thank you very much to QF and to you and our dearest professors who have made this possible. Thank you so much. C'est avec plaisir que nous sommes là.
Merci beaucoup.
ठीक है तो इसको चालू कर देना कैसे होता है स्लाइड
I would like to request Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh Sir, Group Vice Chancellor of Amity Universities, to confer to our respected awardees. The stage is yours, sir. Thank you.
Many congratulations. Great to see you.
Thank you so much, sir. We have a first awardee, Dr. Obeda. She has been conferred from MIT Academic Global Excellence Award. A huge round of applause. Next, we are privileged to offer and confer MIT Global Academic Excellence Award to Dr. Bhupinder Chahal. Moving ahead, we have our next academic award for Norchane Dahame. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us and giving your insightful vision about marketing and its concepts. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Next, we confer with MET Corporate Excellence Award to Mr. Rajesh Adapuridi. Thank you, sir, for coming for the session and giving the internship opportunities and telling the students about the ethical AI and the opportunities in the field of AI. Thank you very much for joining us. Are the citation screen available to you, visible to you all?
Yeah, we can
Are you
see.
able to see the citation screen, sir?
Yeah,
And
we can.
everyone? Okay. So shall we again repeat the awards? Because I think people
No,
were
we were
not
able to
able
see
to.
that. We were able to see that.
You were able to. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so moving ahead, we have the next category of award, which is MET Corporate Excellence Award, which we are proudly conferring to Ms. Harshini Gadam. Congratulations, Ms. Harshini.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, American University, for recognizing me. And I thank you, ICTM, for organizing this conference and giving me an opportunity to speak about the financial trends and how AI is influencing finance. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. The next category of award, we are conferring to MET Academic Excellence Award and the Corporate Excellence Award to Mr. Mahesh Kumar Goyal. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? The next award we would like to give to Mr. Zargan Rizvi. Dr. Zargan Rizvi, he has been very instrumental in providing internships to the students, and he has also promised to provide international internships in Germany. And thank you, sir, for coming to the conference and telling the students about the latest concepts related to research and AI-powered infrastructure. We proudly confer upon you MET Academic Excellence Award. Next, we have a very special category of award, without whom I'm sure this conference wouldn't have been possible, because Dr. Catherine Karras has been very instrumental and always very supportive in providing us all the support throughout this conference, since the planning to the inception until the implementation. Thank you, ma'am, for providing us with the opportunity to present our conference and have our conference here at UGA, and we definitely plan to have more relationships and better tie-ups with you. Thank you very much. We proudly confer upon Director Catherine Karras the MET Academic Excellence Award. Now I request Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, our respected Group Vice Chancellor, to kindly say a few words for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Asta, and my all appreciation to the organizing committee for organizing such a wonderful conference. I am truly excited to see our alumni especially, which has come up, and they spoke so very well. If they say that when you see your students smiling, when you see your students doing exceptionally well, you feel so good. My congratulations to all of you. Give a huge applause to our alumni. You are all industry speakers who are taking their time from their very busy schedules. Our heartfelt thanks for coming and sharing their thoughts. I think that the inspiration like this, the thoughts which you have shared, the views which you have shared with all of us, they became the motivation for all the students. Give a huge applause to all of them. Our very senior academicians and research scholars who were there, who not only gave presentations, who not only spoke so well, but also gave a way forward that how we can do research our heartfelt thanks. Give a huge applause to all of them. To our partners, Grenoble and Springer, who have been supporting this conference, we are truly grateful. I think that each one of you, you have not only helped us to organize this conference, but have also helped us to take forward a step which will bring MIT and University of Grenoble much closer. Give a huge applause to University of Grenoble. Our special thanks to the team International Affairs Division, which was working day and night along with Dr. Astha. And Astha, you are a medical person. I think that I would always feel so proud that wherever you go, whether you are here or in other parts of the world, you keep on working along with Dr. Ravneet and Dr. Rajput and the entire research team. You have done wonders. My appreciation for you. Give a huge applause to the entire organization. And to the good teachers also. The students who were so patiently listening and are studying abroad, the organizers. I think special mention of each one of you. It's not easy to come out of your comfort zone, go to the other country, explore new things, and then to write a success story. Dr. Astha talked so high about each one of you. I look forward to have your reports, your country reports, and what you have learned. But my congratulations and appreciation for each one of you. For all the industry leaders, I can see Mr. Mahesh Goyal. I was very impressed by your thoughts. Dr. Chahal, Dr. Ben, Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Ms. Gadam, and all others who have joined us from far away are not only thanks to you, but please keep on coming to MIT. We will be showing this recording to each of our campus and look forward to welcoming you personally also in the times to come in our various campuses. Thank you. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Come. This SAP has been particularly special for me because for me, it's the first time I've ever been outside of my own country. And luckily for me, it was a country of which the language I do speak a little bit of.
And you spoke
SAP has
so
been
well.
really interesting because none of us knew each other.
And you spoke
Sorry,
so
sir?
well. And you spoke so well.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It is all thanks to the guidance of our teachers. The 13 of us who are here, we met each other on the day of the visa, but we've become a tight-knit group and we've supported each other throughout the stay in this completely new place. We don't know where the routes are. We don't know where the places are. We don't know where to go, but we know we have each other. Dedication. Now, directors, deans, faculty members, researchers, industry leaders, global delegates, our esteemed alumni, and every stakeholder who has made this day possible. We extend a warm thanks to you and everything that you stand for, and we promise that together we will always grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, sir. Without your vision, without your guidance, nothing would have been possible. And thank you for the opportunities that you have been providing to us. Each one of us is growing under your guidance. And thank you very much. And we surely assure you that in future conferences also, we will reach the benchmark. Thank you very much. So we can close this session now.